Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be having some Division 5 online ranked gameplay in the Bantamweight division using the newly added and potential not 1, 2 but 3 division champion, as he said in his words, Raul Rosas Jr. And now he's only had one fight in the UFC so far. Obviously came off the Contender Series and he made that fight look easy. He's one fight in the UFC. He's been scheduled to fight against, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's also coming off the Dana White Contender Series and now in the UFC as well, so it'll be interesting to see how he fares. But there's one thing that's for certain, is with someone this young, nowhere near his athletic peak, and showing the skills he is showing, he's got a very, very promising career, and I couldn't wait to get hold of him and be able to use him and absolutely maul people online. But you'll see here we're coming up against Henry Cejudo, Triple C, who's now been scheduled to fight Aljamain Sterling for the Bantamweight title. And that's going to be an absolute banger. And this fight here is sort of a bad matchup for a lot of reasons. You can see this guy's just trying to spam those body hook punches and sway. But it's not the greatest matchup because obviously Triple C is one of the elite fighters in the division, been a champion here before, and he's definitely one of the go-to picks. He's got phenomenal grappling, which is obviously the area which I'm going to be trying to prevail in. And you can see here that I get him against the fence, jump on top, and I'm going to look to backpack him because with Rose Jr., his submission threat is absolutely off the chart, and he's so good at taking people's back. So that's exactly what I try to replicate when I use him. And look at that there, that is absolutely beautiful. Get him into position, get the deny here, and you'll see that I'm going to be very patient. I'm going to look when to attack the submission properly. You can see, look, denying the transitions, get another deny, and then we go for the armbar here. So a very, very well worked finish there. Stayed patient, and you'll see that eventually we do get the armbar finish. And using him, I can definitely say that he's definitely fun to use. The only downside is I'm not sure if it was just me, but I couldn't get a turning takedown with him, which is really annoying. But like I said, it's not the end of the world. You can catch kicks and teeps and walk them onto the fence, reverse them, get their back, and there's multiple ways once you're on the fence to get the fight to the ground, so it's not the end of the world. Of course, you can shoot a regular takedown, but more likely or not, if it's not being turned, it's going to be a lot easier to deny, so just bear that in mind. So that was the one main weakness I had with him. Obviously, his power wasn't the greatest, his stand-up definitely wasn't bad, but obviously he's not going to be the upper echelon of the division, especially like here we're coming up against Sugar Sean O'Malley, who's cracked me with 2 uppercuts in about 10 seconds, which is not a great way to start. And this here is a more tailor-made matchup as long as the fight gets to the ground, which is the big emphasis is if the fight gets to the ground. But on the feet, he doesn't feel the smoothest, but definitely doesn't feel the worst. He's got a good range about him. You can find range well with him. His punches don't carry much power, which is the only drawbacks, but if you use him efficiently and you look to get the takedowns, you can see here, try to get the takedown, take him all the way to the fence, end up getting stuffed, which isn't ideal. But again, we're showing early on that we're going to be looking for those takedown attempts. I'm near the fence here, so I can always clinch and reverse him, land a sneaky uppercut there myself. But yeah, definitely look to take him to the ground, whoever you're fighting. Look to get on their back. I'd say that's the best route for success, because once you're on the back, it just replicates the way he fights in real life. Obviously, you've got the side control finishes there available. Everyone knows that I like to get into side control and look to set up finishes, but his strong points are definitely how good he is off on top of someone's back, and his submissions, which, you know, is to be expected. But you can definitely have a lot of fun with him. As you can see, this is where I'm on about. If you can't get the turn-in takedowns, just look to take him to the fence. Once you take him to the fence, just look to drag him back to the mat. And once it's on the mat, you've just got to control the position and look to do your best to keep your opponent there. And obviously coming up against someone like Sugar Sean O'Malley, who's one of the better strikers in the division, good off his back, but obviously not elite. He wouldn't be like someone like Aljamain Sterling off his back. Just got to be patient and look to pass, keep stamina at a good level, which is exactly what I'm going to look to do throughout this round and the potential round in the future. It will be interesting to see what he feels like in a 5-round fight against someone that's a really good opponent and someone that's using someone that's comfortable off their back. So once I get those 5-round fights in, I will be using him, preferably against someone like Aljo, who's really, really good off his back, and show you guys like a true highlight on how he actually is against the upper echelon of the division. Because obviously right now, with the divisions being sporadic, because obviously it's a new season, I can get a variety of different opponents to various skill levels. Obviously, the guy I'm facing here, He has beat me in the past before, so I knew he'd be a fairly decent player. But you can see that at the moment, having success in just controlling him in this position, working away the clock, taking away some chin health here. He ends up getting into the sprawl position, but this isn't the worst in the world. There's 35 seconds left. He lets me get onto his back, and this is a very strong starting round. He had success, don't get me twisted, with his striking, but once the fight did get onto the ground, I was so confident that no matter what happened, I'd end up in an advantageous position. And even when he done something or got into certain positions where I didn't want him to be in, I'd always end up reversing him back. So very bright start to the round, and gonna look to expand on that here in the second round. Now comes out all guns blazing, and that cross from Sean O'Malley is so fast. You can see I'm sidestepping a lot of the punches. It's something that I've been trying to work on, and right there you see that little flurry of punches where I land a three-piece there. It just done virtually no damage to Sean O'Malley, so that's really where his striking level was at in terms of power. I went to take him down, took him to the fence. I knew he was going to deny, so what I did was I disengaged and then chose to re-engage, hop on his back here, and he makes the mistake. As soon as someone hops onto your back, jump down, because it's not worth it. What's going to happen is I'm going to drain away your stamina, and like I said, once he's got your back, he's a big problem, similar to how Aljamain Sterling's a massive problem when he's got your back, just specialists in those areas, and lock in the submission here and we will get the finish. So just want to say a huge thank you if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more UFC 4 content. Shout out to all you guys, the community is growing, almost at 500 subscribers. I really appreciate you all. And yeah, any content suggestions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.